Welcome back to another online audio lecture for career counseling, this time on the topic of cross-cultural perspectives, culturally competent counseling as it relates to career development. So welcome back, everyone. Just a quick reminder, as you train to become a licensed professional counselor, a candidate initially, you are entering a field where boundary between clinical and career issues is rapidly dissolving. In the modern times, we recognize that a client's inability to find or sustain work is not just a logistical hurdle. It is often a manifestation of chronic nervous system deregulation, systemic oppression, and cultural misalignment. So today we are going to breathe life into some of these cultural competency theories by looking at them through a somatic and multicultural lens briefly. There is a sort of call to action in the modern times to be aware of the multicultural experience and the impact of systemic oppression in forming and impacting your client's career trajectory and journey. The term multicultural counseling is a broad term that encompasses race, gender, sexual orientation, disability, sizeism, and class, and more identities that are marginalized or treated with unfairness in our society. Multicultural sensitivity and career development are typically taught as two separate silos. But, quote, when career professionals fail to synthesize these competencies, they are likely to approach clients from a one-size-fits-all perspective that is detrimental to their marginalized clients, end quote. So you're called on now for this sort of social justice integration, to not just consider culture, but that you become proficient in social justice. And what this means is moving beyond the office and understanding the institutional barriers, the quote-unquote isms that keep our clients from thriving. The era of monocultural interventions has become history and antiquated. Effective counseling cannot occur in a cultural or contextual vacuum. So peer-reviewed literature in the contemporary is now emphasizing that systemic oppression is not just a social concept, but that it has a physical impact or load on the body. There's a sort of neuroception of the workplace. And some researchers, such as Stephen Porges, looks at polyvagal theory to understand career behavior. So we look at neuroception, or the body's subconscious detection of safety or threat, as connected to systemic injustice. For example, there are some clients from a marginalized background that are entering a corporate environment that lacks diversity, and it is not just uncomfortable. These experiences can trigger a dorsal vagal shutdown that can show up as a numbness or lack of motivation, or a sympathetic fight or flight response that can show up at times like anxiety or irritability. So there has been a trauma-informed shift when it comes to looking at cultural competency and career counseling. And there's an argument that career counseling in the contemporary must include trauma-informed frameworks. We are seeing a move away from strictly person-environment fit, which kind of assumes that an environment is neutral, to a person safety fit, which asks if the environment is safe for that specific client's nervous system. So now we'll discuss a few somatic interventions for career LPCs when we're looking at cultural competency moving forward. Thinking about how do you apply these few suggestions into your session, and how do you encourage a sort of bottom-up somatic processing? One, identifying career freeze. When a client says to you something like, quote, "I just can't bring myself to apply for jobs," a traditional counselor or a non-culturally competent counselor might see laziness. But a somatic-based LPC who's culturally competent can see a freeze state instead. And we might say something like, as you think about that application, what do you notice in your chest? Is there a lightening or a heaviness? And then work with your client on breathing techniques, movement techniques, body scan techniques that can work with that tightness or heaviness. Then there's a sort of cultural somatics that you are being encouraged now to acknowledge racialized trauma, let's say, for example. So if a client has experienced workplace discrimination, their nervous system has been conditioned to expect threat. Quote, multiculturally competent career counselors should continuously educate themselves with empirical research regarding the career development of racially, ethnically diverse clients, end quote. So acknowledging can help you step back and truly show up and support your client without invalidating their traumatic experience around systemic oppression, and validate it in a way that can build trust for you to then be able to introduce somatic processing experiences with more success and efficacy. You specifically are being called on to continue to educate yourself, as in understanding how historical trauma is stored in the fascia or in the body and the autonomous nervous system. You will be called on to use grounding and orienting techniques to help your client stay in their window of tolerance while discussing career goals, so that we are not re-traumatizing our clients or creating a career counseling experience that is mimicking the trauma or the fight or flight response that is occurring potentially occurring as a result of systemic oppression in your diverse client's career journey. So, for example, imagine a client who is a first-generation immigrant seeking a career change. The traditional approach would assess her skills, look at the labor market, and check for cultural barriers. The somatic approach would look like you noticing your client's breath become shallow when she talks about her current boss, for example. You would explore the intergenerational somatic expectation of work in your client's family. And you would acknowledge that there's a potential imposter syndrome that your client is feeling that is actually a physiological response to a workplace that does not reflect their cultural identity. And you would support your client in finding a ventral vagal state, or a state of safety, before we even look at a job board. Before we move on and close out this brief lecture, you are called upon to answer the question of, if not now, when? If not us, then who? You, as an LPC in training, have a unique, particularly somatic informed, have a unique skill set. You are not just a career coach. You are a healer of the vocational spirit. And by integrating the cultural competencies that you've learned throughout your program with somatic wisdom, you can help your clients move from surviving to thriving in their career journey. Please continue to review multicultural counseling competencies and continue to prepare and learn of ways that somatic reactions, your own, might interfere with your ability to be objective with a client from a different background than yours. I trust you to lead with love and to be able to show up as a polished mirror for any client of any identity that may be similar or different to yours, and to not invalidate their potential experience with systemic injustice and oppression, and how that may have an impact on their career journey. Thank you for your time. It is truly a blessing.